coronavirus began in Wuhan, China. Reports of the first case began in December of 2019.
Coronaviruses are said to be common in certain species of animals such as cattle and camels. The transmission of coronaviruses from animal to human is rare. Trusted sources say that this new strain likely came from bats, though one study suggests that pangolin may be the origin.
Of COVID-19, the infection with the new coronavirus, severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, causes coronavirus 2019, what we call COVID-19. It is said to be transmissible from person to person, but mainly among individuals who are in close contact, that's within 6 feet or 2 meters of each other. The virus is spread when respiratory droplets are released from an infected person when they cough, sneeze, or talk, and droplets can be inhaled or land on the mouth or eyes of another person, and that's how the virus is contracted. It can also be spread when an individual touches a surface or object with the virus and then touches his or her mouth, nose, or eye.
I will be telling you about the physical characteristics of the coronavirus. So, SARS-CoV-19 is a particle of genetic material wrapped in a protein. When it is viewed up close, the individual COVID-19 appears with smaller particles attached in clumps. The vibrant colors gray, orange, red, and yellow. These colors highlight the difference between the various components of the virus and will not appear when looking at the virus with one's own eyes. So the gray surface surrounds the nucleus of the virus and is made up of genetic material. So its function is to bind other virus proteins together. There are also orange bulbs, and the orange bulbs are membrane proteins or M proteins and give COVID-19 its structural form. These proteins are what help to identify one virus from another. So we know that there are many different coronaviruses, of which one is COVID-19. You have the HKU1 beta coronavirus, you have the 229E alpha coronavirus, you have the OC43 beta coronavirus. There's also the NL63 alpha coronavirus. So these orange bulbs are what help to differentiate between the coronavirus. Moving on, there's also yellow bits on the structure of a coronavirus are enveloped proteins or E proteins and help the red spikes latch onto human cells. So that is how we get infected through. The yellow bits is what helps the coronavirus to bond to one. More or less of the structural proteins, but researchers say they play an important role in regulating virus replication, such as virus entry, assembly, and not least, guys, we have red spikes. So the red spikes are also called spike proteins or S proteins, and they're what allow the human coronavirus to attack humans, or what help the coronavirus to bond to the human cells and replicate itself. So it helps to invade the body, bond to the cells, and replicate itself. The spikes create a halo or corona effect around the nucleus that gives the virus its name.
229E alpha coronavirus. Human coronavirus 229E, first isolated in 1966. Now we see the grits. Originated from African episode ray bats and used the camelids as an intermediate host. This could be a ghost. It has an envelope no repost can fit. A single-stranded RNA virus. It's not a new hit. One of the viruses responsible for the common cold you don't have to be too old. Transmitted through droplets, respiration, and fomites, This one you won't forget. Respiratory symptoms associated with this virus: common cold in healthy adults, pneumonia, bronchiolitis. Wow! Don't ever joke with this. Young children and elders are vulnerable to lower respiratory tract infection. But what is the solution? Incubation period of HCOV229E is approximately 2 to 5 days, followed by illness lasting 2 to 18 days. This too shall pass. Other symptoms of HCOV229E infection includes headache, nasal discharge, sneezing, sore throat, and general malaise. Few patients exhibit fever and cough. This won't last. The clinical features can be distinguished from respiratory tract infection caused by other pathogens such as influenza A virus. This virus is so dangerous. HCOV229E tends to be epidemic during winter in temperature climate countries. There are so many. Tests of a HCOV229E laboratory strain suggested it is relatively stable in this environment. How can this be prevented?